So good evening, good night, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. How are you going? So I recently did upload Obeah part 2, and a lot of people wanted me to talk a little more about it, right? How it does really work and what is really going on with it, right? So now you see this topic, I think I want to get this real clear, right? This topic is not no play topic, right? Because later down the road, it will affect you, right? Doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, it will affect you, right? Landy is a very important thing in your life you need to do. And if you don't want to listen anymore, you don't want to hear anymore, that is okay, I understand. But who want to listen and who want to learn, it is a very important thing, right? So a lot of people want to find out more about it than how it does really work, right? So, alright then. Landy, right? I'll explain, and this is Obeah part 3, by explaining as well more about it, right? Because a lot of people maybe they don't understand much. Because a lot of people was calling me for the past few days and they wanted to find out more about it and stuff, right? Because they didn't understand it too much. So we go understand it this time, explain it a little better for you to understand, right? So Landy, what is a Landy? First thing first, let me answer this question for you to understand. A Landy is a spirit that live on your land, right? For reference, if you buy a piece of land or you own a piece of land, you have a Landy on that land, right? Now Landy, they from way back, it always there, it don't go nowhere, right? So let me just draw a reference. Now if I have a piece of land and I sell it, if my Landy go follow me, yes, your Landy will follow you, because back in the days your ancestors owned land and that Landy was part of them. So wherever you go, that Landy does go as well. But remember, if you move your Landy from one spot, like you sell this piece of land and you come to the next spot, you have to redo your Landy, right? You see people not understanding the importance of a Landy. So I'm going to explain it to you now, and I want to explain the Obeah, how it does work right now. As I say, Landy is a spirit. It is move with you or your family, whoever. Wherever Landy, everybody have a Landy, right? There is a land spirit. Landy is a land spirit. You have to understand what it is, right? It is being your land. Doesn't matter where it is or wherever it is. Wherever land you move yourself, wherever you go, that does go. That passed on from ancestors to ancestors, and it is for you, right? So if you buy a new piece of land, your Landy, you move him from where he is, and you bring him to your land. Now to do that, it have a prayers you need to say to move him, right? Now that prayers, I can't really say it on the camera, right? It's a prayers that not supposed to be mentioned, like for anybody to know the prayers. So that one prayers I can't really tell you about, but it have a prayers to move him from one spot to the next spot. Only the owner, when you're moving your Landy, supposed to hear that prayers. So he go have the prayers to move him. Alright, so that prayers can't mention, but have a prayers to move your Landy from one spot to the next spot. Understand what I'm saying, right? So you buy a piece of land and wherever it is you was living, you sell that land, right? You have to move your Landy. Now to move your Landy, you have to prep a Landy prayers to give him the last prayers on that land. And then when you move him from there, to move him to your next land, you have to do a new prayers on your next land. That is how it is work. That's why every time you bring somebody to do it for you, there's charge here. There's still things bad on that land and nothing not really bad on the land. It's just whoever live thing on that land, you need to come and remove it. You can't remove it. So don't let people tell you have to remove it and that prayers and things. No, it don't work like that. Whoever Landy on that Landy, your Landy had to come and tell that Landy you need to move and find the owner That is how it is work. Alright. Now this may happen to you. You buy a piece of land somewhere, you was living somewhere. You sell that piece of land and you're going somewhere and you're living, and since you sell the land and you buy the land, you're feeling more miserable. Right? Because you didn't remove your landee from that land and put him into your land. Now we don't have to be miserable. It could be like your finances going down the drain, or family member getting sick and you remember it have a landee on that land. Remember that is not your landee where you was living before. Now if you was renting and you never own a piece of land, when you buy a piece of land and your name go on a piece of land, you could call your landee. Right? So you have to go and do a prayers on your land now with a fig tree and call your land, and you will get one. Right? That is how it does work. Everybody have a landee. It pass on from your grandfather to great grand to granny to tanty up the road, coming down the road to you. So let me say your last name is Mohammed, just saying. Your ancestors from way back, wherever, they already had one. So you just have to find him and bring him to you. Now to do that, if you buy a piece of land, you have to call him to come to you. Now I tell you, there are prayers that you can't mention on camera, but you could do it. But as I said, that you don't cost, you don't pay for them things. Them things just be done free. Right? And when you do that prayers, you get your landee. Now that prayers is just a few words that, as I said, cannot be mentioned. It have plenty things you need to understand. It cannot be mentioned. Because if the prayers get out, people will use the prayers. So that is why who know the prayers is make money on your head or your family or wherever it is, right? Now these prayers are important. If you're jarring, it have a praise. Right? If you get sick, it have a praise. Right? To pull out whatever inside of you. All these things that have praise faith. Now the reason why these things passed on from way back, so it's not today this happening, it's centuries this going on. You understand what I'm saying, right? So a lot of people wanted more to understand about it, right? So I have been, for the past 2 days, since I released that video, I've been by a couple people have called just to find out more about it, and and now the past people that I did it for, they understand more about doing their own landee. So it getting more better and better outside there, and people understanding more and more about it. Right? Thanks to YouTube, and thanks to people who subscribe, and thanks to people who passing on the word of mouth and all these things, right? Now as I tell you, this is a very serious thing. It's up to you to take it into consideration. You can take the words I given you on YouTube and you can take it as nonsense, or you can listen to what I always be saying and get the right people to do your thing. You do not pay for these service, as I always tell you that. Right? So somebody wanted to find out why every time I say on my video that when I come I go eat and drink. Right? And they wanted to offer me money. No, I don't take money to do these things. I just eat and drink with you. That is why. Alright then. You ever have a prayers, listen to me, right? You bring whoever it is you bring to do the prayers. And they never take no food or nothing, but they take the money. They never eat by you, but they take the money. And after they done do what they have to do, everything just going bad later down the road. Later down the road could be a couple months. You ever realize that? Think about it for yourself. You ever pay for these things and things always happening bad to you? Well, right. You need to get a landee spirit onto your land. Even though if you're doing a prayers, you're going to walk in a prayers. You sacrifice blood, they take in blood. You give them rum, they get in drunk. You don't understand how the system does work. Right? As I explained in a couple of videos up the road that I did release, you need to go back and watch them. Do not ask me about certain things. I have it on video already. Go back and watch. It have Obeah part 1, it have Obeah part 2, this is Obeah part 3, it have talking about landee, it have about the Junoon, it have about Jigoon. So you need to go and check out them videos and you go find out more and you'll get all the information correct. Instead, every time I do a video, I explain constantly about the same thing over and over. Go back and check out the rest of the videos and listen to it yourself and you will find it, right? Now I'm doing this landee explanation of how it does work because people want to find out more. These things I didn't explain in the other videos. So I'm breaking it down for you. But I'm not going back to explain this again. Right? If you get sick, Somebody, let me just say somebody. No, the reason why I always say somebody, because it always have jealous people. It doesn't matter where you go, what you do, however it is you try, always have people, it has bother them. It have two sides of people. It have the good part and it have the bad part. The choice is where you want to head into. So if you want to be wicked, you want the bad part. If you want to be good but you're not seeing your way, you need to fix your business for you to see your way. Meaning you need to get rid of all the bad spirits surrounding you. Yes, it have bad spirit around you, right? When you're driving down the road, as I say, you get an accident. When you're walking, you bounce your foot. You always have argument around you. You always have people fighting you for things. You understand? Always have them spirits there, right? Yes, they exist. So I don't know if you want to think about it, if you don't want to think about it, it's up to you. That is your business, your matter, up to you. Anytime you pay anybody to do this, is a service. Always remember that. People should be doing this for free. And no, when you see I come, a million times I tell plenty people already who are went by already, and I help them out with it. The only reason I just do it is because my grandparents used to do it. And I just continued, right? Now, I'm a real poor fella. I telling you the truth. I don't have much, right? I just live on a day-to-day basis. And I don't ask nobody for nothing. So I like that all they want them, right? But I don't take anything. The reason why we don't take nothing, well, we mean my grandparents, and they always just say, when you're constantly doing this kind of thing, you have to constantly do it the right way. Because if you don't do it in the right way, later down the road, it is falling you back. So that is why I just do it the right way. You're not supposed to take money. That is the position of it. So you have to understand that. Right? People not supposed to be charging for this. It's supposed to be done free. And you're not supposed to be giving them anything, like money or anything, to be doing these things. Right? Always remember that anytime you pay for it, it's a service, and your D will know what you're doing. So you have to understand how it is work. Your D's are very dangerous thing if it want to be dangerous. And it can also be a good thing if you want it to be good. Right? Religion. Let me get into this religion thing one time, right? As always said. Doesn't matter if he is Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Baptist, doesn't matter. Everybody does do the D totally different, but just you have to do it. Right? As I explained that already. Everybody does do it differently, meaning some might, like Muslim people, they sacrifice animal. Just drawing reference, right? Christian people, there's offer food. Right? Everybody does do it totally different. If you understand what I'm telling you. Right? Hindu people, there's pay for the prayers. Right? Pay people to come and do the prayers or whatever it is, right? Now the reason why I explain in this way, because I want you to understand. It doesn't matter the religion is, or the race, or the creed, whatever that is. Right? I have been going by a lot of different people. I went by Christian people. I went by Hindu people. I went by Muslim people. I even went by Baptist people because they wanted to do the D. Right? So they get it done. I did that. I went by people, and yes, I did that. And I haven't been doing this now, even though I post it up on YouTube, because people just tell me, well, you know what is a good thing you're doing, you need to go on YouTube and post them. I am the first one that telling people about this, right? So much I years YouTube existed, and I am the first one come out with it. So remember that I always will be the first one doing this. And giving it the right information, not the wrong information. As I said before, it doesn't matter the race, the creed, or religion. Everybody's have to do a D. It's just how you want to do your D. Right? If you don't want to sacrifice blood, it have ways you can do it. It have prayers, you can change it. So you have to talk to your D, but you have to say them prayers for your D to know what you're doing. As I tell you, it have a manuscript out there. Right? The reason why I call it a manuscript, because it is a manuscript. It's a book with good and bad. Only people who just do these things know it, just like me. Either you go on the good side, or either you go on the bad side. You have to choose your choice. Now this, as I'm doing this now, this is going to blow up later down the road. I know that for a fact. Yes, I just be working. I just try my best to do a little cooking on the channel. Try their best to show a little one or two other things on the channel, and plus I'm doing this to help you. So my time is be real busy. I just make time to help everybody. And nobody call me and I never help them. If they come and they comment and they say that they damn lie. And if they say that and they lie on me, that is okay. You lie on me. You understand? But I just help everybody out. And that is one honesty I have. I just help you out. If I miss your call, I will call you back. If you message me, I will call you back. But just I won't call you back immediately as you expected me to. I will call you back maybe an hour after, 2 hours after, but I just call you back within the same day. And it does answer all my message. Right? Because I don't want to be them people who out there who try to help and feel, because a lot of people calling them, they feel better than other people. I'm not better than nobody. I, just like you, as a normal person, as I say, if I walk down and I bounce my toe, is level cost. So it doesn't mean if you're bringing somebody to do your prayers and think they're not doing the wrong thing and they have more sin than me. Right? Because they are wife, they are children, they're sleeping with them and coming by you 6 o'clock in the morning and performing RT or performing prayers and things in front of you. It's true, it's facts. Take it or leave it. It's up to you if you want to accept it or not. It's true. Right? Some of them only out here for greed. And it is a fact. And it is true. Right? You never see one of them poor. You always see one of them a nice car, nice this and nice that. And you catching your ass because you're doing all the wrong thing to make them get all the right thing. That is how stupid you is. Yeah, I'm afraid to say it. You're stupid because you're doing all the things to make things better for you, but you getting worse and them getting better. Think about it, it's common sense. So you understand how this thing does work, right? As I say again, if you have a piece of land, you want to move your land or wherever it is, you call upon your D, he will move with you. You just have prayers. You have to say it's nothing big. It's just about maybe about 6 or 7 lines. But that is called the D. You understand? I can't tell you the prayers, that these prayers I can't really tell you. I'm sorry. But I know them. So you don't worry about it. Right? It's something I know. And when I go by people, I just do it for them. For free. All I do is just eat something and drink something with them. With them. So you have to understand that. I doesn't eat and drink by myself. I just drink and eat with them. Right? Now my grandmother used to always say, when you see you do prayers with somebody, right? If you collect money, it's a service. But if you eat and drink with the people, right? He is family to them, like with them. So that is why I just do that. So you are to consider me as family and I have to consider you as family to get this thing done the proper way. So today or tomorrow, if I fall along, you could be as family to come and help me. Just join a reference. That is how this does work. You don't work as you pay me money, $500-600 to do it, and then you forget about me. The reason why you come like you pay for your D and you forget about the D. So it's the same process as why I now explain that to you. So that is why I tell you D is the most important thing to do in your house. Right? Yes. There's light dias for Mother Lakshmi, Hanuman, Allah, Jesus Christ, Mary. Yes, all that is common. That is for God. No problem with that. But we're talking about your D. We're not talking about God. Two big difference. Understand what I'm saying, right? And for my father is Muslim, my mother is Hindu. My grandmother is Hindu, my grandfather, well, them die, is Christian. My great grandfather is Muslim and my great grandmother is Hindu. So you see how it is, right? Christian, Hindu and Muslim right in one package. And I get the whole entire package into one. So religion thing and food wise, I don't meddle in that. So don't get me wrong, I have nothing against nobody. And that is the way you're supposed to be when you're doing this. You can't, alright, let me just draw a reference. You go by these Hindu people and you see the real rich. That bothering you. You understand? Or you go by these Muslim people and the real rich. That bothering you. Or you go by Christian people and the real rich, but it bothering you. You see, you can't be doing prayers and them material thing bothering you because it don't work. That way when them come to do prayers by you and you pay them, it does never work. You have to be clean constantly, clean mind, good attitude towards people, always caring for people, always helping people. Not stuffing everything inside your mouth until you get full, until you can't take no more. You do them thing. So that's why I just do it, and that's why I always have people calling me to help them, and they just see the way later down the road. You won't see it exactly because you have time, you have to wait. But it does see a way, and it is get rid of a lot of things. And you does feel better when I done with you. And I ain't saying I lighten up a candle on your head. I doing simple little things that what you was paying for you never know about. You understand? And I just do it for free. Now you must say on that saying, but nah boy, this man have a catch. It don't have no catch. It have nothing with it. And I just see that live. I just put it on YouTube. It have billions of people later on will go see this. So if I lying now, later on you'll be lying too. That making sense? You understand? I have no catch. No catch. No catch. The catch is that I come by you, I eat with you, I drink with you. I tote food. Talk done. That is just it. You understand what I'm saying? That is how I give you all the information free of charge. Understand what I'm saying? Eh? Now you must be still wondering now, but you can't be doing anything for free. Because other people is charged. Other people is charged. Other people is charged. Not me. You understand? I straightforward. If I don't like you, I tell you I don't like you. Right? Because I just go by people, and when you tell them the right thing, they just get vexed. You understand? You're telling them everything going on in the house, no, right? You just tell them everything going on inside the house. And they're wondering how I know that. Because every time you're walking in the yard and you see everything that what people do for them, you know everything was wrong. You understand? You don't know what they do wrong already. Now you know how I know all that? Because all the prayers I learned. All the things I learned for years, couple of years, well I learned. But I never express it and bring it out for people to know. Because I always think this is a money making business and people always using people and let them continue. I don't want to be in that part. But then I realized I can make a change and help somebody. Yeah, why not? Because later on I help you, you help somebody later and it continue helping people. So that is about land and that is how it does work. Right? So we talk about Obeah a little more. Obeah does consist of people right around you. Family members, neighbors, your granny, your auntie, your nanny, your uncle, your friend. Your friend wants to know your business. They can light you up. They could use your hair, I mean. They could use your skin, they could use your nail, they could use your clothes. You understand what I'm saying? All these things they could use. They could use your name, they could use your date of birth, and they could light you up. Right? They could light you up. Light you up meaning that they can make all kind of bad things happen to you. That is what you want to find out and laying it out for you to understand now. People already that you trust, you're giving information, sometimes it just bother them. As I say, you may have a big house, they have a small house. They want to know, but you ain't walking away and you always have money. How? What you doing? You know, people they say you have a buck. Yeah. What is a buck? Yeah, answer that question. Ask. A lot of people say they have buck and thing. Later we'll get down into sukunya and larger bless and thing. Eh? I feel after this video, my next video, we go start to talk about that. So you go start to understand more about it. And where it come from. You understand? So what is a buck? People they say you have a buck because they get plenty. Where do walk so? You know where is a buck? Huh? Where they say a little short man who just bring money and luck for you? That what they say? A little short beast? Nah. What does bring money and thing for is when you do your landy. Always remember that. Your landy first, everything is after. Now people they say that buck, right? You know what they see? They see some. Let me not get into that. Now I'm going to explain buck for you in the next video. Because if I'm going to explain now, come off of this video. Alright? And I know I'm waiting for me to explain buck and sukunya and larger bless and how all these names come along and what it is about, right? But the same books I learn and read from them that my grandmother teach me, same thing about him. But just what they sometimes when they put up there and you read about it doesn't really make sense to me now. Than what I know from the books. That is from way back. Right? So you get into that in our next story. Right? People let's get rich. Not rich, but businesses that go good for them or all these things when they do the landy. Now to have prayers you could do in your landy, to have people who know the prayers, certain prayers you could do for you to get rich. If that is the words you want to use, right? Now when you go down the road and you use them prayers, partner, telling you up front. If you want to get rich and you decide to use that prayers, later on the road your family name is out like chicken. Now you have to have money to pay these people to get them prayers. Unless you see big people rich and They keep on getting rich and they're holding this 20 days this and 20 days that. The rich, the real getting money. Money passing before them to get what they want. They have prayers, they could do them thing. Right? But I don't meddle in that prayers. Because when I meddle in that prayers, later on the road, they go hit me back in my ass. That's how that prayers does work. Right? But it have them prayers there. But it also have the prayers for them thing not to bother you. As I say, it have a good, it have a bad, it have a prayers for all them things. Now these prayers come from way back when they was creating all these spirits and things for good and bad and for bacchanal and trouble, all them things, wicked people back in way back. Whoever do the prayers, if they want to change them back, they can change them from good to bad, bad to good. Right? So once you know that manuscript, like me, and you know the book like me, you know everything. Right? It's just 3 books, you know. 3 books are everything in it, you know. Because the books, it was big, thick book, and the writing was something that you never will understand in your life. Only people who know what they have in that book, they can explain that to you. And thank God I was lucky enough for somebody to explain for me before they die. Because people who know it now, they can make a lot of money out of it, and I could do that. But as I say, I'm a humble, poor fella. I prefer be like that. You see, if you try to get luck too fast, bad things happen for you later, don't do it. So you better do the right thing and go slow, and then everything will pick up how you want it to pick up. Once you right thing in order, you in order. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to listen to what I be telling us. Now, a lot of people be calling it a lot. And I say have a lot of people now getting to know more about it, never understand it, and never know why and wherever, and they just call me to explain for them. Right? And I just explain for them free of charge. Nothing, not a dollar, nothing, why? How are you so stupid? But I'm not stupid. I smart. Because I helping somebody, and then later on that somebody I help me back when I really need it. And will help somebody else as well. No, I ain't saying I will help. I just throw in a reference. I just throw in a poor me, not poor, literally poor. I'm talking about like humble poor. Humble. You understand what I'm saying? Because I just go by a lot of people and them things don't really bother me. Right? When I go by people and I eat some food by them normal, I carry them some food and I see that. Afterwards, them is be only calling me to come and lime, come and eat some food again. They like my vibes, they like how I teach them things, they get to know things, that I spend money for it. You understand? That is how I create friendship with me. You understand? And that is like family now. You understand? And I don't go by them for nothing. Because I do this a couple of years now, about 4 or 5 years well. And I keep that secret till now, because people keep telling me, boy, you need to help out other people, and it's just word of mouth. You need to put it out, let people understand this, and that is how I started to do this. You understand? This would just be by me quiet, normal, humble. Or people say, you know what? Go out there and help more people, because you're really doing a good work. And these people I do 4 or 5 years ago, every year, they're doing the land. I just be there, You could ever believe that? Something to do 6 months, they call me. For what? And they know everything already. But it comes still now, but come here, we eat some food and line with we a little bit. You want anything, you need anything, we go help you. And the same words I just keep on saying are good. You understand? And that is it. That is how I just be. You understand? That YouTubers on my channel, I now start this YouTube thing and I don't go on my 2 big YouTubers. A lot of us be watching them and I went by them personally. Just showing you. Because them didn't even know. Them doing other things than what I doing. And I was able to go on, well, not to say that they was a big fan of me. I humble. You could be the biggest or the richest. I normal. That don't bother me. You understand? But it was nice to meet them and do the deed for them as well. And they was really happy. So I just draw in reference. It doesn't matter the fame or wherever it is. Everybody just had to do a landy. You see? Doesn't matter how big they is now. You still have to do it. How rich it is, you still have to do it. Right? So I hope you understand this now. I'm going back in this topic and explain this again for you, right? Any more information you want, you have to just do your landy now. And do all your writings. There are a lot of things. No, a lot of things in that, in that little thing I know explain real things inside of there. But it's just something you can't explain on camera. So you have to understand that. A lot of prayers, a lot of things inside of there you can't really say. Because it have good people and it have bad people. And if the bad one get to know everything, they go turn the good into bad. So you have to keep that just how it is. So as I say, if you want help, no problem. I'm willing to help you. I will eat some food, I will drink something, I will tote some food, yes, of course. You know I like my belly. But that is all. I good with that, partner. I don't want nothing. You understand? Sometimes we go and then they give my daughter and little snacks. You know, these things, different. They're giving children them thing, yeah, no problem. I just accept. I just tell them no, and yet they still want to give them thing. So, you know, no problem. They're giving it to a child and giving it to me. So I don't want nothing. They just give my daughter snacks and they give my son little one, two thing as well, like children thing, and no problem. I just take that. Because I know for me, you're giving a child that, and I wouldn't say nothing about that, because in the book, part of the book say that you could give one but don't take in the book. Right? Giving and taking is two big, huge difference in that book, eh? Right? So just drawing out a reference here. Now they just give my daughter and I just tell them no, we don't want nothing still, and yet they still give she. Little chubby, little, you know, little juice snack, a little children thing, I think, yeah. They're giving a child, they ain't giving me, I good with that. Cool with that, no problem. But you see me, I don't want nothing, my wife don't want nothing. We don't take nothing like them because as I said before, your D is your family. So you have to understand all of this later down the road. Right? When I explain everything to people in person, then there's understand why you don't bring out them things. Very important thing, yes. The video does be long, yes. I hope all you subscribing and telling people to subscribe on the channel that they learn too. You understand? So don't feel like you hide it, because again, all the people, a lot of people getting to know about D and whatever. Plenty of people watch me, older people who so long, they say them parents do that nearly 20 years ago, and then after the parents die a couple of years, things just sort of go bad, you know. And when they realize and they sort of listen to my video, and they now sort of understand why, you know. But it is, a lot of people used to do blood D and rum D. And a lot of them don't want to do that back again because they see things in their life, they don't want to see it again. So that's why they just go to the third D, that's why the third prayers, sorry. That's why nobody do teach you the third prayers. Because you can make money on the first and the second, not the third. Right, so I hope all you understand this. This is Obeah part 3. Yes, it's Obeah because it was part of Obeah, and Obeah is part of Yolandi. Yes, we know. This is my last explanation on this. The next one, we will start to work on Bok and Sukonia and Laja Bless, and I know all I want to hear them stories. Where it really come from, not where you read. Where it really come from. Right, and how they has changed and what it is do, and yes, what it is do, some of it is real. And it have other things in it that you do know about. But we go talk about that. So we go start to do that process. Right, then we go talk about night. What has happened in the night and accident and what spurred this caused that. How the 24 hours sun does work and the night does work. I will discuss that later on. We start getting the good topics now. I just wanted these topics to be out so you have an idea. Now this topic is better topics than what I'm going to explain later on the road. You understand? Them thing is more by spirits and things you normally know, but things I explain you don't know. But now you're knowing. Right? So as I say, and yes, my number has been all the video. The number is 271-9373. 271-9373. David. It's on WhatsApp as well. Because a lot of older people doesn't know to use it, so that is the number, right? Or they could call it for they want. Well, real people let's call so, and real people is WhatsApp. As I say, not much subscribers, but apparently working more with word of mouth. Right? Word of mouth, real spreading, because I just go by people, and sometimes I go by the aunt, and the aunt tell the cousin, and then the cousin go call me, and then the sister will say, hey, my sister tell me about you and then I wait to come by me. We have a discussion. I want to talk to you about it too. I want to get my business up and running. That's how I just be like. And it's make time for everybody. Because there's a gift I have And I didn't know to use. I never had a gift. Like, you know, everybody have a gift. You sort of find a gift. Well, I find my gift and I sort of share my gift. Some people teach people masonry, some people teach people carpentry, some people teach people mechanic. Everybody have a gift. So it's wherever your gift is, you just have to know what your gift is. And then you can teach people it as well. So I said, teach you my gift. Right? So I hope you understand this video now. And I hope I explain everything for you. Yes, you have to do a landy. Yes. Even if you never do one, yes, you have to do one. Even though somebody used to do it before, you still have to do one. And if you move from land to land, you still have to do one with prayers. All these things include prayers in them. Right? So when people doing the land, they just want me to come and for them to say the prayers. I don't say the prayers. I just tell them the prayers. So them can say the prayers. So they will know the prayers. And when they know the prayers, they can do the landy. They could call a landy and do what they have to do. Now, the price is not to say that you call a landy and say, I want to get $1 million. It don't work like that, partner. Your landy is to protect your house, your family, what inside that yard. That is what that does do. So don't feel like calling your landy and say, you're going to buy $500 today. No. You never ask your landy for things like that. Remember that, eh? Your landy is to protect you from everything around you. So don't feel like you use your landy. Because if you're using them, it become like you're making them a service as well. And then they go turn back in your ass. Remember what I tell you? This is not no play game like you're playing pitch. Where you're playing a PlayStation. You understand? Where you sit down and you're bad talking to somebody. This don't work like that. This is totally different. You don't play with this. Right? This is a very serious matter. As I say, a lot of people understand and they do the right thing. Either one or two of them, you're going to teach them the right thing and they feel they know better than you. Well, you continue feeling no better than me. No problem that you do what you want to do. And the people who will willing to do the right thing and follow on the right path, well, I just be present and they just be taking my advice. Right? And a lot of people from away as well. I want to say hi to most real people will be WhatsApping me from Canada, United States, England, where again, boy? London, New Zealand, Suriname. Where again, boy? I had this next place, boy. Let's call it place, boy, right down the road in oh gosh, right there down the road, no, let's call it place, boy. Alaska. Somebody from Alaska. Yeah, quite Alaska. Imagine that. I was shocked at all these people messaging me. I was like, what? I so big. I know they can actually see somebody, one of the family from Trinidad, tell them watch your video and they watch your video. Now not everybody watching these all the videos, one or two watching one and then they call. Right? So don't feel like they're watching all. They're watching one and then they're just watching and they call and they see the family explain to them, and a lot of people, but I don't know about Trinidad, but I be busy in Trinidad like crazy. But I just call everybody on WhatsApp, most everybody, so it's be free, so I just help everybody for free on WhatsApp. Sometimes if they call me on WhatsApp and they ain't get through, well, I work in, because I don't have no internet when I'm outside on the road. I can't really pay for that service now, boy. So when I'm home, yeah, I tell everybody to call me. If they even call, I still get a missed call, so I just call them back, right? I can't really afford to pay for internet on the road, so sorry about that. Or like I call me on my phone, yeah, that working, but the WhatsApp, that don't really work on the road because only home and home my internet, right? So who again I miss out by a lot of people tell me to a lot of people, but in Trinidad, like let me just call out a few places and then we'll go with that, right? So I went Londonville, we went Arima, we went Grande, we reached quite up Kumoto, reached Sandy Grande, well, DB Pinal, I live in down there right now, La Romaine, Rio Claro, Mafakin, I went down, after Mafakin, down the road down there, it's called down there, boy, yeah, down there, after Mafakin, Mayaro, yeah, again, I went, boy, Kunupie, I went, oh yeah, Chin Chin too as well, I went, Bayarel, good few places. Most of Trinidad I went to now. The only place I didn't think I really reaches yet is in Port of Spain, as yet. But we have some one or two fans from Port of Spain as well. Well messaged recently. So I ain't reached there yet, but that is I think that's the only place I never reach. I reach Barta, I reach Sawa, I reach Arima, I reach Tunapuna, I reach all over the blasted place I be going. Yes, and I be eating and toting food. That way you don't see much of my cooking video because I get a lot of food from people. And I don't waste food. So when I get food from people, I say I eat by them and we bring home food. I don't cook food. So that way you hardly see cooking videos from we. You know, now and then when we home we will cook something we feel to, but most of the time we just get food. Now that food thing you must understand why I give me food, But that is an explanation I can't explain to you. But make sure you have food when I come and something to drink. Just make sure now. Because be hungry too now. Right? So that's why you just hardly see cooking video from her because due to the reason why. So that is why. Right? Because a lot of food we just get from people and I don't refuse nobody food. I don't waste food. Because when we growing up, food was very important to we and it's something we just cherish. Right? So that's why I don't waste food and I just get real food. Trust me, real people just call me sometimes. People just see up in a certain area and they say, boy, pass and collect food. So I just pass and collect food. I don't know. Just collect and eat. What you do? You live in, you eat. Anyway, all the thanks for watching. Hope this video, out of seriousness, it helped all you a lot. It could be long. Yeah, watch it. Check it out. Obeah part 3, the last side. Other things I can't really explain on cameras. As I say, there's a lot of things to explain, but I can't really explain it because it have a lot of things inside that I don't want people to know about. Not literally want you to know about, but I have people I don't want them to know because they could use it against other people. They can't use nothing from me. They can't use nothing to put me down because my airplane don't land a long time. I don't fix my business because I know later on the road people go and sell all kind of thing and do what they want and make me go mad and all kind of I don't land my plane long time, partner. So don't try that. Trust me. Better you stay in the air than you come down to me. Don't waste your time doing that. I just give you a heads up now because there are some of them, they don't really like what they be doing because they lost not real customers. In this business, the people is customers to them. You understand? So when they lost the customers, no income coming in is a reliable source of income from all the idiots. Yeah, you is a reliable source of income for some people. So you need to stop giving them a reliable income of source. Start doing the right thing and start doing it yourself. And you see how things will change in your house, in your family, your friends. And as I say, don't trust your own shadow because your own shadow just take you down with you. Well, what I mean now, like they're just a saying, but you understand what I'm trying to tell you. So, hope you understand this video. I hope it helped you. I know it's long, but I had to explain it for people to understand it. Right? After this, we're going down into spirits now. So I done always landy thing and I done always Obeah thing. Right? You go down into spirits now, explain spirits for you so you have a better understand how this work. It have a lot of them. It has spirit for love, it has spirit for money, it has spirit for blight, it has spirit for wickedness, it has spirit for goodness, it has spirit for boy, you want that thing, but you want that thing to have there, boy. But I'll just give you the interesting one that you need to know. And it have really bad ones and it have the good ones. So we again and it have the ones in between. So like you have a good son, a bad son, and you have the one in between, so that's what we will be doing. So I have a lot of videos to be uploaded into YouTube about this. I don't want nobody I think could be willing to do it like the way I do it because they will also done the money making business now, boy. So anyway, the thing is I do it for free and I'm trying to help a lot of people. And a lot of people really happy helping them, and thank you for letting me help you. And thank you for listening and inviting me so much at times that I can't even go anymore. And like I now come home there, we come home, we was today, boy, somewhere we was, boy, I was Rio Claro today, yeah, Rio Claro. We bring home food, we get roti and chana and pumpkin, we get one with chicken, dal and rice, and I get one with something else, I get 3 people, but we bring home real food, so tomorrow me ain't cooking nothing. I carrying food anymore and I put that in the fridge. So me ain't cooking nothing, I'm going to work with that. Understand? Thank you again. Right? It's help me a lot when we collect food and we eat in here. You know I like my belly, you know, my belly first before everything else, eh? As I say, you will understand later on, you're going to explain that for you. But for now, thank you for watching. My name is David. We Lyman with David. Allow me to subscribe. Help somebody if you can help somebody. Make sure never waste food. Always give somebody food. Because today you feed somebody, tomorrow somebody go feed you. Always remember that, right? So my name is David. Thank you for watching Obeah Part 3 and the explanation of how Landy does work for the finals, and I'm going to do back this again, but everything has come back to this, eh? So yes, Landy going to explain back into the other videos here. Going to come back right here. It's the most important thing to do. So once again, my name is David. This is a long video. I will see you all in the next one. Subscribe, like, tell somebody, help somebody, and I will see you all in the next one. I out.